Hello, welcome to the Dialogue Hub episode 3, where the society communicates, challenges, motivates, elevates, and does all things that helps people in society to making sure that they live a very stable life. So, right about today, I'm hosting the only man in society with Bemba names and they sound as if they're English names. So, Lucas, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Brian. I'm really humbled to be here.
It's good to have you right here.
It's my rare privilege and honor, to be honest.
We've been anticipating for your coming for so long,
Really?
and it's good enough that you come through. This podcast is for the society and you're part of the society. I believe your coming has come with a lot of change, a lot of positivity. So, Lucas, before we even interact more about that, maybe try to tell us something about yourself, what you do, where you found, what can we know about you.
Uh, to start with, like you've introduced me, my name is Lucas Edward Stewe. Mwana wa Mbemba. So I
Full time
am
member.
full-time Makale Wangu. I am an author and also a motivation speaker. Apart from that, I also do some other activities to improve my life.
Thank you. It's good to know that you're the author, you're the motivator. I'm sure there are some things that you've maybe published concerning books that has made you to become an author. Is it? So it's good to know. I believe after this podcast, I'll be able to follow you up so that I can get some copies of what you've published so that I can read through. I believe they will be sweet and there is sweet content that is going to help me. So Justin, Junior, guys, make it the point so that together we move as a team. I believe people expect a lot from society, from this podcast hub that gives people the very best of content that is needed. So Lucas, it's important that you've come here. I would love to know this a sample of the things that you come with to this podcast. I believe there is something. Before I tell you about the topic that we are going to discuss in the society, tell us something. Is there anything like maybe a cup of water that you brought for me? Maybe a bottle of black label? What do you have for me?
I have a lot for you.
A
But
lot.
first of all, I have to start with this point that I believe, personally, I believe everyone you meet in this world, they know something that you don't know. Therefore, I'm here to say something that you might not know, that you would like to learn from. And I am here also to learn from you. Because that's my point. That's why we're here. And we're here so that we communicate to the society out there. Because this art we have us and the society. So there's a lot. If you want, we take some. What do you?
And Lucas, I believe you bear with me. I'm sipping some little of black label. I believe Justin knows that I like black label. It makes me do according to makes me feel good. Also, do work accordingly. So, without wasting much of the time, Lucas, I believe we have a topic that is very important, that is very touching, the topic that can help the society out there, including my man there, Justin Junior. I'm sure they will benefit from what you're going to share from this podcast. So, tell us something about the power of self-investment. You know, people might know about investment, but they don't really understand what it means to invest, especially
Yeah.
with with where the power of investment is concerned. Tell us something about investing.
Okay.
Investment is very important.
Thank you so much, Brian. And would like to thank each and every person contributing positively to this podcast. First of all, the power of investment can be also discussed under the theme self-investment or investing in yourself. So, what is the power of investing in yourself, or what is self-investment? This is the ability to intentionally use your energy, your time, and your knowledge in order to create skills that can help you today and in the future. That is the power of investment, and that's really what it is to invest in yourself.
So looking at our standard of living as Zambia, what can you say? What does the power of investment mean to you as a Zambian citizen? For that matter, as a young Zambian citizen, what can you say to the public there? I believe there are a lot of young people who would want to know more about investment. So according to our standard of living as a country, what is the power of investment in our country, Zambia?
Thank you so much. That really means we're talking about the positivity of investment, or rather the advantage of investment, right?
Exactly.
And when you want to invest, first start with yourself. I start with a borrowed word, or rather a sentence from the book called The Path of the Masters. The path of the master says, worship gods if you want. But the first thing that you have to do is to know yourself. So how do we invest in ourselves? We invest in ourselves first by knowing who we are, what we are capable of doing. When we know who we are and what we are capable of doing, that's when we try by all means to create something positive that we can depend on instead of depending on other people, instead of depending on friends. Because there are some people in this world, if there are no friends, they cannot do anything. Ah,
You've been wearing, you're waiting to say my friend is going to do ABCD for me, and yet you end up having nothing.
Yeah. You believe in connection. Start connecting. You don't have to wait for
So
the
you
other
network here
person.
and there. I'm sure
Yes.
networking is the keyword that I'll
It's a very
get from
key
you.
word, but start from yourself. Network yourself. Be coordinated. When you're coordinated, and then you can be coordinated outside when you're coordinated inside. So it is very important, in other words, to try by all means to know who you are, what you're capable of doing, and bring happiness in your life. Not only happiness, when you do not have anything in life, bear me, I don't know if you have experienced, but this is true. If you do not have anything in your life, let's say you're broke. Because when
Exactly.
we say you're poor, it means ni mano kay poor.
Ah,
Instead
not
you
not
win.
super fair. Yeah.
So when you're broke, and then you try to call someone, even to greet them, that would be mistakenly for begging. You know this thing. This is because you are not taking time to invest in yourself.
So maybe Lucas, before you go further in your explanation, I would want to know: is buying clothes, buying different items for yourself investment?
Yes, it is.
It is.
It is. Because investment can be categorized into many things. There is investing in business and investing in your personal life. Uh, my life tekwati, mwalikwata kwechibiongo ba.
Exactly. She's looking up to this podcast. Okay.
So
Justin knows better. My nigga, I'm sure on this point, let's pause a bit. Tell us something about that. There's somebody there. Yes, let's get back to there.
So there are people who try by all means to make other people look good, but leaving themselves looking broke, looking like trash. That is wrong. If you buy yourself clothes, are you going to be looking better to an extent that people will love to interact with you? Because they say, dress how you want to be addressed. Kaya nung pwede pa yun, no? Na yun naman ang sabi, address
Yeah,
fat.
man, you get that.
Eh, so,
Anytime you meet Lucas, be able to, yeah, guy, hi, hello, Naka.
Kung napala, agad na fimbi. So, if you buy yourself clothes, that is investment. If you buy
You're
yourself
investing in yourself.
mojo, if you buy yourself a drink, you buy yourself chak nuamo, that is investment because what you're promoting is your life.
So what I can pick from your discussion with me right here is that you begin by investing in yourself. You try to talk to yourself. You know yourself better. Then you try to come up with something that can help you in life.
Yeah.
Now let's talk of investing in a woman. Do you think there's sense in that? I've got a girlfriend who's listening right here on this podcast. Is it important for me to invest in her life rather to buy a lot of things, maybe even getting cars for her, whatever and whatever? Is that really investing or rather spoiling? How can you differentiate these two ways? Spoiling and also investing.
So that depends on the perspective and the kind of a woman you're dealing with and why you're dealing that. Because if you're doing something without a reason, it means you're blank. I believe in this word, cogito ergo sum. I am, therefore I think. If you are thinking and you know the reason why you're doing that, that can help. There are some women out there who help. Sometimes they squat very sharp. When in problem, there's some women like this. We have dated people like that, and some of you listening, you're dating people like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mine.
Yeah, and I know one show last.
What last year?
So
Sister,
Find
baby,
something.
wherever you are, they are saying Ulwa last. So get it from him. He's saying Ulwa last, meaning
Right.
you've been helping, you've been supporting. So Lucas,
So
do that you have that
what
one.
is supposed? What do you think can stop me from investing in such a woman? I can spoil her. That's very okay, but I should have limits, and I should have the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. I condemn people who start dating because they are bored. You know, you're just bored, and then you start something. Oh, hey. If you're bored, just sleep. If you don't have plans, do not start spoiling someone's daughter, because you will regret it. But if you have plans, and you know that this woman will help me when I am in need, when I am broke, she will come. Not just someone who is there because you have something. What if you do not have? Will you continue investing?
No, not really, not really.
So if there is someone who really loves you, invest in them, help them, but do not help people to an extent that you fail to help yourself. That is unacceptable.
Edward, before you end that
Mhm.
explanation on investing in a woman, don't you think that nowadays girls of nowadays are scammers, such that you invest in them yet they're interested in other people? What do you think about that? How can you relate investment with that? Because once you put much into a woman, you buy a lot of things. Especially these girls of nowadays, they like material things. They
Yeah.
like money. So if I told you, say, buying something for a woman, or rather giving money to the woman, is investing, I'm sure the society out there will be able to find challenges of
Yeah, it'll be
understanding
so
better what it
challenging.
means.
So let me clarify on that one.
Clarify that point. I'm
So
sure Justin
when you're
get
trying
it from
to
him. He's communicating
so
positivity.
so when you're trying to invest on someone, have a reason and what you're trying to invest. Because what type of investment is that? No. When you are dating someone and then you say, baby, let's come up with a business. That is investment. Even if you break up, you can just share the material, or rather the capital that you have made. That is investment. But going out every day, no, I'm just trying to make my woman feel happy. Like I said,
Jen Shane, Chili Chef is coming. Let's go and do what and what. Thank you, thank you. So, Lucas,
yeah.
I get your point. So the point here is that as you try to invest, bring about something that can help the both of you.
Yes, that is beneficial to both.
Going out, muchilaiti, kushanina, ukulia, that is not investment.
I know that's investment. That is just trying to feel you have pleasure, not even happiness. That's pleasure.
I get it. So now, Lucas, this is the Dialogue Hub podcast where we communicate to the society, we motivate, we elevate lives, and we try to give aid to the people that are in need of our aid. As a podcast, as human, it is important that we communicate to the society. Yeah. So maybe try to attach discipline to investment. How do you think discipline can be attached to this the power of investment?
Wow, that's really good. So discipline determines how far you go. There's a very big difference between discipline and motivation. You can be motivated to start this podcast, but how far are you going to go with it?
Exactly.
So if you are disciplined, you work on your attitudes, you work on your behavior. And when you work on your behavior positively, consistently, you're going to stay in investment. You're going to invest in yourself. You're going to have a great future because you're investing not for the present, but you're investing because of the future, right?
Exactly.
But if you lack discipline, you think you're just wasting your time. Without discipline, talent is wasted, money is wasted, and everything is misused. Therefore, to my brothers and sisters out there, our dear listeners, I want to tell you that discipline is a key component when we are dealing with ourselves. People have lost jobs because of discipline disability. People have lost marriages because they are not disciplined. People have died because they are not disciplined. When we tell you to be disciplined,
normally there is a saying in Bemba which says ukusungila amafi na mchilonda, some kind of you are failing to tell the exact thing, then you say no, if we say ABCD, the person is going to feel ABCD without attaching that discipline. So I believe discipline is a keyword there.
Yeah, discipline is a keyword. Don't even, if your friend is doing something that is not making sense, tell them this is wrong. Tell them. Don't even be shy to tell them. Tell them. So that if they fall into a date or anything, they'll be able to remember. Muchibemba, there's this saying, Taku tabulwa palinari kwebe. Tachibulwa palinari kwebe. Right?
Yes,
And then you
exactly. The person who tells you first means a lot,
Yes.
and you have to take that one seriously. So, Lucas, it's good that you've talked much about discipline. So now, I would love, at least, the way they define discipline, according to me, and I believe also you attach it according to your own way. Discipline is the power within yourself, either to say yes or no to some certain things that comes our way. So I believe looking at the standard of living of Zambia, looking at the youth that we have, many of the youths this time around do things without attaching discipline. So what do you think has affected Zambian youth? Not that the discipline that is needed, because the standard of living that we have as a country demands for discipline for somebody to go miles in life and also do things that can help himself or herself, or rather help the country large. So what do you think could have been the effects of
Lack of discipline.
the lack of discipline? Yes.
First and foremost, let's start with this point. The very good skill that you can gain as a youth, as an individual, as a living thing, as a human thing, is thinking. So thinking, this is a basic skill. You are just a man. I define a man as someone who thinks. So if you don't think, I don't believe you're a living thing. So what will happen if you do not have this? And what peer pressure comes about? You are depending on others. That's the reason when you say investment means you are there. Even if they leave you, you still be there. Apart from peer pressure, excessive drinking. I want to be clear to our brothers and sisters.
And I believe it's not my black label that has made you to say excessive drinking and the like.
Excessive drinking is
I'm
different
enjoying
from
my black
drinking.
label, Justin.
You get that?
Lucas has talked about excessive drinking. I'm enjoying my black label. It's not excessive. I'm just sipping.
Excessive drinking to a point where it is now stopping you from thinking. Apart from that, it is where people depend on others to be happy. If I ask you, Brian,
Exactly.
when last did you take yourself out? Like why twala pia?
Na pia pia na chida
Weka
fe
pia.
feneka
Kaya mnamfa kwa chari wa boring stuff.
ndio mpa pia ndikumulu fe fidia
I'm sorry to say, you know that most of the people they don't go out alone. They think it is boring. The only place where they find maybe Kovenga, Benga Tontong Kanyape, it is a very quiet place. Maybe by from Toy by but you try to take yourself out. It means you won't be able to depend on other individuals, and you maintain that discipline. Apart from having discipline, discipline goes with integrity.
exactly.
What I'm doing here is the same thing that I'm supposed to do when I'm out there. What I'm saying here should be the same thing that I would say when I go out there. If I see other girl, for example, people are dating, as people in love. So if I see other girl, I have to maintain the same status that I have, even when I am with my own girlfriend. That is where discipline and integrity works together. So people who lack thinking and involve themselves in excessive drinking, depend so much on other people, and they do not believe their ability to make a difference
In
and they
society,
lack difference. They always think someone can do something for them. These are the type
and
of
better than
people-
them.
Yes, pasamati. Vale pelama namba. Choose a number. I don't want number 7.
Queen number 1, na number 2, na number 3.
Because you lack discipline. You don't believe you can be a first person. It's not always good.
You always put yourself to be last.
Yeah, why? Why? So be disciplined. Avoid excessive drinking. Find friends who can help you. Tell people stuff. Don't make friends because you're bored. I am against this. There are some people that you can just meet and say hi. Don't make everyone your friend. Some people are there to just greet and pass. So these
Exactly,
some of
Lucas.
the
Let me
things.
cut you short on that
Yeah.
one. I believe we, youth of Zambia, there is need for growth.
Yes.
There is a
Very
certain
nice.
component that we need to play and also attach the government that we have. In Zambia, lately we are experiencing unemployment among the youth. A lot of youths are complaining, no, I've completed my tertiary education. I don't have ABCD. I don't have work. I don't know what to do. So what can you say to the youths that are listening out there?
Who are
Especially
unemployed.
that it is coming out from this Dialogue Hub
Dialogue.
podcast where normally a lot of people follow programs, follow whatever that we do, and they're able to comment. So what can you say to the Zambian youths that are listening there, depending on the government that they are going to be given jobs and also opportunities work for the government? What can you say to them? Attaching also the concept of skills. I believe government has availed a lot of skills that has to be given to the youth. What should you as a youth do, especially the youth that are listening out there? I believe you've got something that you do that has attached also the skill. So how should youths go about attaching their skills to their professions that they've done?
Okay, thank you. In a brand, whenever I sound one of us could have nice one always was we depend on ourselves. So why should we invest as youths in a country where the unemployment rate is high? What are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to sit here and blame the government for not employing? To be honest, the government will not employ everyone. It's not everyone that the government can employ. No. So there are things, in this world where there is social media, you can start something. Starting this we have we have intentions that it can help us to generate income. So youths can start business, entrepreneurship skills. Process. No, uyu muntu uyu achifunishe mumalasha, achifunishe
There is no
mukulima.
label.
No,
In short, there is no label to say Alimbiro Muganda, there was ABCD and ABCD. Money is money.
So when you try to invest in yourself, or when you try to build yourself, avoid the chipale. Chipale is there, but how are you going to have money if you are choosy? I cannot do this. I can do this. Let me have a degree. I can't do that. No. Try to find income, because in this world, if you really want to live happy and
Life.
respected, have something.
Something that you're doing. At least
Yeah.
you start from somewhere.
You can start a business. You can start creating content, but not just any content.
Productive content.
Productive content that is able to teach, a content that is able to give positive life to the youth and to the people out there. So it's not always that we can say the government will do this, the government will do that, the government. It's not every time that we can blame the government. Let me say this. Let me combine this your question to this explanation. We have two types of, or rather three types of citizens. And let's talk about these two types of citizens who always depend on the government. They are wrong citizens and also right citizens. But what a type of wrong citizen? I'm connecting this to why we should not blame the government.
To say they have not given us employment, what and what.
There are people who always oppose what the government has done. If the government has done something good, they always oppose. They'll be like, no, government, the government, the government, the government. It's not doing right. Let's do this, this, and that. No, the government is doing right. And then the other people who always praise the government. Ooh, the government is doing good. Even if the government is not doing something.
So they are there to clap everything that comes.
Yes, they just clap. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. And then there are other citizens who say this is wrong and this is right. So if the government has not provided enough jobs for the youths, you think about it. What am I going to do to help the government? Some people have money. You know that some people have money, but they just don't have what to do. They don't have plans for the money. That's the reason employment rate is high when others are capable of employing other people. And other people are not employed because why Pale? They cannot do that.
We can't do that.
Is that a problem of the government?
No. That's a personal problem.
I know you have a skill that you can do. Other people are footballers. They can.
In fact, I've got my nigga right here.
Professional.
Junior is able to hear that. Brother man, you're good to go.
Other people are musicians. They are rappers.
In fact, whatever that you're mentioning is around us, right here. We are protected.
Other people.
Somebody who can produce music.
I was learning is a design and technology when
Uh-huh.
we're in school back then. I can do something. Other people are able of creating content, and social media now is generating.
We have someone new.
So
We
look.
have someone new.
Thank you very much, Justin, because you have just really talked about something that is interesting, something that is of my interest,
Mhm.
creating content. So, to you, my fellow youths who are listening out there to this podcast, the Dialogue Hub podcast, where we give you good communications, we elevate you, we communicate you, and we do all sorts of things that can help you. I'm telling you that get it from Lucas. He's telling you to say there is need for you to create content that is sensible, not just to follow the comment that people are doing. You know, even in comment, people are getting money out of
They're
that.
getting
I
money.
looked at this type of comment that this guy does. Who's this guy? Justin, the one who got Nilex from Pamatelo.
Vamatero,
He
Vamatero,
has
yes.
been doing his sign languages and the like and the like, but out of that, he's just so like he got himself and Hilux and some certain use of money that I can't even mention right here. So it's important to you, my fellow user that are listening right here. Get it from us because we are talking out of experience.
Yes.
So Lucas, maybe there is a certain question that has been always challenging me. Do you think growth starts with money or mindset?
No, that's really good. Start with mindset. Me, I believe in a personal thing. So, why do I say it starts with mindset then money? It are the type of growth that you want. If you have money without mindset, you can misuse money. We've seen people at n'abakulufya bapoka pension fee.
Mm-hmm.
Muri 2 days kansi n'abakirishamu n'abakirisha sharpwa n'okukwa because the mindset is not working. But if you have a mindset, you'll be able to do what? To plan. And if you plan, it means things will be better. And then you'll be able to use your money accordingly and correctly. Because failing to plan is preparing to
To
fail or
fail,
planning to
exactly.
fail. So it starts with mindset, then you have money, and then you start investing. Otherwise, if you start with money to obtain knowledge, I guess I should.
Lucas, thank you very much that you've elaborated most of the points that I wanted you to communicate to the society. So this has been the Dialogue Hub podcast where we communicate, elevate, motivates, entertain, and do all sorts of things that can help you there as a society. So right today, we have had a very interesting and also encouraging topic where we've talked about investment. So Lucas, let's leave it here and also create for more comments to come from the society, and from there we'll respond to that.
All right, but I want to say something
Exactly.
on investment. This I'm
So
sure
as
these
you
are
try to say that,
my
bear
last
it in mind
words.
that we are wrapping up the program so that
So these are my last words.
okay, good.
I want
Good.
to ask each and everyone, including you, Justin and Junior, and the people out there. What I want to say is, where do you start from? Imagine most of the people who complain, yeah, these guys are just talking about this. They don't know the pain that I'm going through. They don't know the things that I'm experiencing. Imagine you don't have parents. You do not have parents. Maybe both male and female. You don't have right.
Exactly.
You don't have money. Your your relatives have condemned you. They're even about to chase you where you are. We're telling you,
You're in
where
that
should I
fellowship. You don't
start
have
from?
anywhere to go.
Yeah, like
You
you
don't
don't
have
have
any coin in your
anywhere
pocket
to
that I'll
go.
start from here.
Others, they have credits. Others don't even know what to do next. And then we're telling them to invest in themselves. Where are they going to start from? What can you do? You look at everything that you have, it seems like you do not have. But I want to tell you where you can start from. You ask yourself, do I even have something that I can start? Do I have money? No, I don't have. Do I have someone to support me? No, I don't have. But you have something that you can start with. What can you start with? I can ask you, what do you have? Most of you will respond, I don't have anything, but you have something. What do you have? You have life. Start from there.
So
Once you have life and you have knowledge, bakasama boy, they say
umuntu mutu.
when you have life, start from there. Life is the most important thing that you can ever start with. Because people with no life, they're not even here, they cannot even listen to this. podcast. So start from there. The little you have, and your life. Because life is precious. It's the most important of everything. With money, with no life, you're dead. But with life, even without money, you can praise.
Lucas, it has been a very good pleasure to have you right
That's
here.
good, man.
We are expecting you to come in the near future so that you can come and elaborate more about the investment that we've just started today. So, to you, our listeners, the society that we normally communicate to, we are here to elevate you, motivate you, encourage you, and give you all that support that is needed. So, please be there to like, follow, share, comment, and do whatever that you can do so that you support our podcast. Thank you so much for having us.
Just
Oh.
check. Makadebo.
Hey, guys, Dilishan, Mwashtashan,
Azani, Amazon.
Justin June.